Well, it's been cold and rainy all morning, but the sun's come out, so I thought I'd take a little walk around and say hello to the borage and see what else is blooming right now. This is a valerian, it's still blooming, and our black seed or black cumin, not actually cumin, Nigella sativa, has started to bloom. It was kind of just hiding in the flower bed. The greens look an awful lot like California poppy or dill. We have both of those things in this bed. This dill is very, very happy. We've got Siberian wallflower. It looks like we may get a second round of poppies. It's been raining pretty hard, so everything's all nice and haven't had to water in 2 days. The red amaranth is really glorious, despite our recent grasshopper guests in our garden. I'm going to do nothing about it, except just watch and observe and plant some more. Hasn't been too bad, but they live here. Yep. Just hanging out on the chard. Gonna have to come thin this in a couple days. Time for a good chard something. Maybe an omelet. I don't remember what kind of squash this is, but it's going to be blooming soon. And our sunflowers are getting big. Had a little bit of hail this morning. We've made a good pathway on this side of the bed. Look at the image. Yeah, I'm afraid it is. Can't tell if this is from the hail or my neighbor's cat that keeps getting out and frolicking, but I can't really do anything about either of those. Except, trying not to get too pissed off, I guess. So that's some good things in the front yard. Not too much happening down on this driveway bed, so I'm gonna skip that for now. But we planted some blackberries earlier this week, and I don't remember what else. Let's see, salad bars, shift between spring and summer. The arugula is all pretty much going to seed if it hasn't gone to seed already, but I'm gonna just let it continue to grow because, like, this is a lot of seeds, and we'll just wait and see what happens. My nettles are doing very well, and I've got some lettuce tucked in between the nettles. The grasshoppers are nibbling on everything. Nettles, tobacco, comfy. I don't know where this came from. I'll pull this guy. Oh, maybe not. Oh, well, there's dinner, I guess. I'll deal with that later. That's what I get for trying to weed one-handed. Yarrow is about to bloom. And the Yarrow has all been doing very well. These were all transplanted from cuttings in the front yard. I just dug up some of the yarrow that was growing on the sidewalk, and yep, that's about it. Now it's doing real happy. Jerusalem artichoke, kale, spinach, some mystery squash that I didn't plant, but as you can see, if it survived last year's compost pile and wants to grow here, I'm not going to say no. Same for all of these massive sunflowers. Just volunteered. I'm imagining that they're probably from some of the multiple piles of sunflower seeds I was eating last year. And then we've got some more volunteer squash and sunflowers over here. Actually, I may have planted some of these. But that's the salad bar. We've had quite a bit of wind and gusts, so I have tucked all of the trees in the nursery over here in this semi-sheltered corner, just because tucked in between the fence corner and all the lawn furniture that gives them a little bit of shelter from the wind. So we've had some pretty big gusts. This is a potato. It is up to my hips. It's outgrown its bucket, and that's fine. I've planted potatoes in this one, and you can see there's looks like one potato and then about 5,000 elm seedlings, so that's where we're at. This bucket, and then none of the potatoes I planted in this one have come up yet, so I've stuck in some sweet potato slips, which grew off of a purple sweet potato we had that was getting a little sketchy looking. You can see somebody's gonna come up right here. Who is it? Who are you? Well, we'll just have to wait and see. And the garlic is starting to get a little, you can tell it's been a rough weathered sort of weekend. We've got a lot of downed leaves and branches from small tree stuff, but I'll check this out. Elderberry cuttings are about to bloom. And this is their first year, so I'm very proud. 1, 2, and then there's a third one here back behind the thyme. Also very proud of this thyme bush. Okay, continuing onward. Lots of, yeah, looks like somebody came through and stomped on the garlic, but it's probably fine. I mean, we're trying to get the stuff underground to grow, but radishes, getting a low battery signal. So I'm going to have to wrap this up a little shorter. I'm letting all of this kale go to seed so that we can have enough kale seeds for next year that we could grow, like, you know, an acre of kale. Maybe. Got a downed brand on top of the rue. Sorry about that, buddy. You doing okay? Yeah. We'll be okay. me get this guy out of the way. We've staked up a bunch of the kale, but clearly that's not holding. Back here in the cover crop bed, we've got some walking onions that are going off. The red quinoa plants I planted from just red quinoa from the store are really exciting to watch grow. And we've got flax and 3 tomato plants nestled in here. What else do I want to show off today? The baby zone is sprouting. We've got many different kinds of flowers, chard and lettuce, and celery, and a whole crap ton of Virginia creeper that we're gonna have to go in and dig out. And what's amazing is we covered this with cardboard and then a bunch of wood chips, and the creeper has still managed to get through. So heck, the beets are coming up. The arugula is looking like arugula. It's all coming together. And oh, that's not calendula. We got more chard, calendula, peppers. It's my lentil bed. It's been very fun to watch grow. This is also mixed in with, it looks like, carrots and some buckwheat and yarrow, some green onions, some mint, and this most excellent pea plant that I did not stake, and it's just grown up and onto the bush and is doing very well. So that's kind of fun to see. The comfrey plants are all doing well. And in this bed, which I don't have a good name for, we've got millet and corn, black beans. Black beans are all starting to look like beans. And we've got some, I think, red kuddy squash. And I can't remember if I planted red cabbage here or if that's a purple tree collard, but we'll just have to wait. And beets and strawberries. This is all popcorn, and we've got some orach, tomatillo or two, a fennel cloud, more yarrow. And we've put in some perennial sunflowers. This goji bush is doing good. We've put a lot of plants in down here, and some of them are doing okay. Most of them haven't died. That hasn't been the most productive corner in the garden, but that's okay. Just someday if we're very lucky, this oregano patch and this yarrow patch will just take over all of this grass. There's nothing quite as nice as sitting down in a patch of herbs and watching pollinators come by. I'm very delighted to be watching this yarrow every day. A good friend. And we've had it's been a good year for yarrow. I mean, it's always a good year for yarrow. Well, I think that's about all I've got time for today. Hope y'all are doing well. and growing extra things to share with your neighbors.